call Haloyum La, Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shah, Bahashem, Rakakwadash. I want to give a double honors to the apostles and elders that prophesied and rule well for the hopeful 144 and 1/3 of Yasharallah, who this world refers to as Israel, starting at the house of Great Millstone. Shalom to you, Akim, who teach and learn in sincerity. Shalom to the Akwith, who learn in sincerity. It's your brother, Kanan, and this will be titled Food Shortages. So everything you see right there, okay, it's going to come at a higher price and at a higher sacrifice, okay? And I put in parentheses, plagues sent out, because part of this food shortages is not going to just be food being taken away from you. It's going to be food offered to you with poison, poisonous food, which will cause diseases, okay? Which you're already doing. Your fast foods and all of these stuff, all sorts of things, but now it's being turned up. So let's get it. Once again, this is food shortages, parentheses, plagues sent out. Those plagues are sent out by Yahweh, by Shem Yahweh Shai, all right? This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, verse 1. Woe, destruction, chaos, disaster, be unto thee, Babylon, spiritual Babylon, starting with United Snakes of America and Asia. Okay, and Asia is that that's that landmass that where we all started from. Woe be unto thee, Egypt, spiritual Egypt. Okay, and to Syria. All right, spiritual Egypt's United Snakes of America. Guard up yourselves with clothes of sack and hair, okay? And that's that sackcloth, meaning clothes of mourning, not celebration. Bewail your children and be sorry, for destruction is at hand, and it is. Thawadi Yahweh Shem Yahweh Shah. Bless our eyes to see this day. A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent amongst you, and who may quench it? Who can put out this fire that's been started? All of these wars and all of this the burnings that is taking place across the world. Who can put it out? Okay, they're plagues. Plagues are sent unto you. And what is he that may drive them away? So remember in Deuteronomy's 28 and Deuteronomy's 28 and 68, and no man can buy you. I'm gonna read this again. 2nd Esdras 16 and 5. Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he? And what is he that may drive them away? So once again, when it said, and no man can buy you, and he was talking to our people, no man can save you from this condition. Now he's talking to the world. 2nd Esdras 16, chapter 16 and 5. And the world, who can save the world from his hand, his judgment? Okay, Yahweh by Shem Yahweh Shai. 6. May any man drive away any hungry lion in the wood. Try it. Or may one quench the fire in stubble. So when you see a forest on fire, you try to run in there with a bucket of wire and douse it. Like that's gonna stop it. You're gonna get burned up. Okay? When it hath begun to burn. That's right. So once again, as the forest is on fire, you try to run in there with a bucket of water thinking you're gonna be the hero. Or with the fire, what happens to those fire fighters when they go into the to those atmosphere? They get fucked up. Well, we lost 5 today. Okay, may one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. And we know those ICBMs, okay? But it actually goes into all the plagues that Yahweh Shah sends upon this world, okay? The mighty Lord sendeth the plagues, and who is he that can drive them away? No man, okay? And no man can save you, all right? It's impossible. Okay, we're gonna slide down to 17. Woe is me. What does woe go into? Destruction, disaster, chaos. Woe is me. The prophet Esdras saying this. Woe is me. Woe is me 2 times. Who will deliver me in those days? Okay, in those days, in the days that are to come, because he's seen this for coming, meaning he knew that he was going to be reincarnated. Who was going to deliver him from these conditions? The beginning of sorrow and great mourning, the beginning of famine. That's what we're focusing on. Famine, okay, lack of, and great death, the beginning of wars, and they're here. And the powers shall stand in fear, the beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come upon, shall come? What should we do when these evils shall come? All we have is Yahweh Bashim Yahushua. Okay? Now, peep this out. I'm gonna go backwards a chapter. All right? 2nd Esdras 15. Starting at 18. For because of their pride, and that's what this world is built on, pride. Alice Crowley grandchildren, do as thy will. YOLO, which is no such thing, Gus, because you have to come back and face your sins, because we are our forefathers, reincarnation. Okay? For because of their pride, the city shall be troubled. The houses shall be destroyed, and men shall be afraid. Oh, yes, they will be. And a man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword, with all sorts of weapons, and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread, because they're hungry. Because their bellies is turning inside out, okay? And for great tribulations, all right? And this is a promise from Yahweh by Hashem Yahushua, okay? Now peep this out. 2nd Esdras still, 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. So everything that you used to, so the sown places is your resources, your accumulation of once again resources, clothing, food, whatnot, all the things that you depend on to be delivered to these stores when you conveniently go out and you go shopping. No more. There will no longer be there. Okay? Once again, 2nd Esdras 6 and 22. And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. And so, and remember, with United Snakes is so docile. United States of America is so docile. They don't remember that their supplies is only 3 to 4 days in these stores. Only really 3 days, maybe 2. And then they're empty. When people really go ravish through the stores and go shop up and panic buy, it's over. Okay? And suddenly shall the sown places appear unsown. The full storehouses shall suddenly be found empty. Okay? United States of America and the whole world will be under these conditions. Thus saith Yahweh by Hashem, Yahweh Shai. Okay? Let's get it. Fair use, 107, fair use copyright. I'm not selling the product. This is strictly educational purposes. Pay attention. Okay, this is your full spectrum. What do you call itself? Survivor, prepper, full telling you to prep up when the Bibles tell us that those who prep are prepping for the children of Yahweh Shem Yahshua, not for your own belly.
Against Israel in the coming days. Now, this report cites unnamed defense sources. They say that Iran is facing multiple challenges and setbacks following what has happened in Lebanon and Syria. They're pointing to Iran's plunging exchange rate, their infrastructural problems, and coming political unrest. Now, when Israel is saying that Iran is about to do these things, you can bet your last bullet that Israel is about to make Iran do these things. The sources note that there is uncertainty in Iran ahead of the return to the White House for Donald Trump. Israel is very concerned, they say, and we must prepare for a variety of scenarios, including widespread Middle Eastern conflict. There are also reports in the USA of viruses going around, including the norovirus. It's a GI virus, a gastrointestinal virus. It causes projectile vomiting. It causes profuse diarrhea. It lasts anywhere from 48 to 72 hours. Now, they're doing wastewater checking right now, and they're saying that this is so widespread across the entire USA that a lot of people are advising, and I saw the doctors say, don't eat out anywhere. Don't eat out at a McDonald's. Don't eat out at a restaurant. Don't eat out at a sidecar. Don't eat out anywhere. You have to make your food at home. Now, this goes wholly against U.S. consumerism, but it happens through contaminated surfaces. It happens through, a guy doesn't even know he has it, and he's shedding it. Literally, steps against Israel.
Okay. So once again, the name of this is Food Shortages, Plagues Are Sent. So he's telling you to be careful where you eat, how you eat, and you better start cooking. But once again, that's not the will of you docile, spiritual Babylonians over here in United States of America and across the world too. You've been comforted, okay? All right? All you Keishas and Shirleys that don't want to cook, that want to keep going to make Sicky D's for a meal or Burger Kill for a meal, okay? Instead of take the time to get off the fucking couch and close your legs and make a meal for your children, all right?
So he's shedding this virus, and he's making your... There goes the dynamite. So he's shedding this virus, and he's making your food, and there goes the dynamite coming right out your bung. Coffee lovers say that they're about to be taxed. There is a justification in the industry. People buying their daily caffeine will cost anywhere from $8 to $12 by the end of this year. The Australian Restaurant and Cafe Association, along with international counterparts, say that this is happening all over the world, and it will begin affecting every cafe. They're saying up to 30% of businesses will see heavy pressure by price increases. They also say that the cost of the bean is going up by 50%. Supply chains in cafes and restaurants are going to be affected by what's happening. If you want to enjoy your favorite coffee, your favorite cup of joe, you're going to end up paying more. So that's another prep item that you should start thinking about stocking up on, hoarding, if you will, buying more of, getting some extra of, whatever you want to call it, inside of your house. We did just see a telecommunications cable damaged near New Tapai City. This was just after it. So he's shedding this virus. And
okay. So once again, let's get this correct before I move on. We named this Food Shortages, Plagues Are Sent. So see how all this is lined up? Okay? Not only are they going to cut off your food supply, but they're going to poison you within your food supply to cut it off. Okay? That's why you better pray over everything that enters your mouth. All right? All right? And pray that you covered. All right? Now, this is the book of Matthew's 24 and 6. And remember, red letter, Yahweh Shai speaking. and ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. Check that off. They're everywhere. I'm not even gonna speak on that. You do your own research. If you that docile and dumbed down, you're definitely Isaiah 1 and 3. You know what I mean? You don't know what's going on out here. And ye shall hear of wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass, but the end is not yet. Okay, for nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom, and there should be famine. Bingo, famine. What's the name of this? Food shortages, plagues sent out. Okay, Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is sending those plagues out, those plagues that he put upon Egypt. Now he's sending them out across the world. All right, and pestilence, and earthquakes in diverse places. All these are the beginning of sorrows. Okay? Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted. And you are the prophets, the seers, okay? Those who put their trust in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, and shall kill you. And ye shall be hated of all the nations for my name's sake, from the 17 nations, and oh yes, the 2/3 of our nations. Okay, you will be hated for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua's name's sake. Okay. Now, this is the type of mentality that we must walk within. This is the book of Ephesians. You gotta have this. 6. You must have this. Starting at verse 10. Finally, my brethren, be strong in Yahweh Bashim Yahushua and in the power of his might. Okay? Put on the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that ye may be able to stand against the wells of the devil. Okay, and we know who the devil is. The red man, the self-proclaimed white man, but actually red. Okay, and sometimes when he spray paints himself, he's orange. Trump, but he belongs to those people. For we wrestle not against the flesh and the blood, but against principalities, against powers, against rulers of the darkness of the world. Job 9 and 24. The earth is given to the hands of the wicked. Okay, against spiritual wickedness in high places. Your elites, your Rothschilds, Armageddon, your Rothschilds, your Rothschilds. I'm gonna leave it right there. Rockefeller, Rothschilds, and their family, the wicked. Okay, Rothschild. Okay, wherefore take unto you the whole armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushua, that ye may be able to withstand the evil, okay, day. And evil goes into bad days, bad times. And having done all to stand what? To stand against this evilness. Stand therefore, having your loins girt about with truth. Man up, okay, with truth. That's the only way. And that is solid. Stand therefore, having your loins guarded about with truth, because no man outside this truth is a man. You're a bitch. And I said it. You're a fucking emotional bitch. And I know many of them. And having on, okay, 14. Stand therefore, okay, Ephesians 6 and 14. Stand therefore, having your loins guarded about with truth. Man up. And having on the breastplate of righteousness. So righteousness must be your shield, your chest. Okay, that's your vest. Righteousness is your vest. That's when you niggas like to wear vests. Righteousness is the vest of the righteousness. Okay, and your feet shod with the preparation of the gospel of peace. That's 10 toes down. All the way in it to win it. Above all, taking the shield of faith, okay? The shield of faith with your vest of righteousness, wherewith ye shall be able to quench all the fiery darts of the wicked, which we know who the wicked are. Once again, the elite that's bringing upon death to this world, okay? You know what I mean? You know who he is. And take the helmet of salvation, guard your grill, and the sword of the Spirit, the Rakah, which is the word. Now listen, and take the helmet of salvation to guard your grill, and the sword of the Spirit of the Rakah, which is the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai. And the word of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai is a two-edged sword. Not a one. He gave Esau a sword. He gave the truth is sharper than the two-edged sword. It's stronger. Okay? Praying always with all prayer and supplications in the Spirit, the Rakah. Okay? With Salakia. 18. Ephesians 6 and 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplications in the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all preparations and supplications for the saints. So pray for your brothers, because we in this together. It says work out your righteousness for yourself, but what does this say? 18. Praying always with all prayer and supplications in the Rakah, the Spirit, and watching thereunto with all preparations and supplications for all saints. Okay? So once again, when we on this watchtower, we're doing it for each other. We're not doing it for ourselves. Okay? This is the book of Matthew to back that up. 24 and 10. And then shall many, and this is blue letter, Yahweh Bashim Yahushai speaking. And then many shall be offended and shall betray one another and shall hate one another. That's why he said, put on these armor. Put on this armor of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai so you can withstand these days. And many shall prophet, and many false prophets shall rise up. Salakia. Matthews 24 and 11. And many false prophets shall rise and shall deceive many. And they're doing it. They're doing it right now. Even in the house of Yasharallah. I don't have to name camps. If you're not teaching the true word starting at the house of Great Millstone, you going off. That's all I can say. If I'm not teaching the same as Great Millstone, I'm going off. Okay? That's what that means. All right? I'm a like-minded man, hopefully. Baba Kashah. Matthews 24 and 12. And because iniquity multiplies sins shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Now, are we not living in the coldest of times? And I'm not talking about temperature. I'm talking about behavior of people, of man. But he that shall endure, he that believe in Yahweh Bashim Yahushai until the end, the same shall be saved. That's the only way to do it. Okay? That's the only way to make it through this time that we in. All right? Back to the book of Esdras. Second Esdras. Chapter 6 and 23. And the trumpet shall give a sound, which when every man heareth, they shall suddenly be afraid. So let me read that right. Second Esdras, chapter 6 and 23. And the trumpet is an alarm, y'all. It's Whether the prophets is speaking or you hear those sirens. But really, this is going into those sirens, because when you hear those, hey man, back a couple years ago, they let off those drills off in Hawaii on purpose. It was what Esau does, and had those people so terrified that some people committed suicide. Okay? This is like 2020, 2021 in Hawaii. And the trumpet shall give a sound. So whether it's the loud voice of the men, which you don't really fear us, so it's really the warning indication that it's coming, whether it be on your TV or you hear it, which when every man heareth, they shall be suddenly afraid. Now you don't want to wait to that point, because it's too late. That means the doors of Kasad mercy are shut. Okay? Yahweh Shemi Shai is not dealing with you no more. Now listen to this. You want to back that up? I'm going to back it up easily. The book of Jeremiah 30, starting at 6. Ask ye now, and see whether a man doth travail with child. No man can be pregnant. We're not going to debate that. I'm done with that. Wherefore do I see every man with his hands on his loins, as a woman in travail, as a woman who just broke her water, who has all the birth pains because the child is on her way, and now she has to do all the breathing and going through the birth pains of delivering this baby. Why are you man all of a sudden looking like that? Oh, you strong ass mighty man. Why all of a sudden you turn bitch ass nigga overnight? That's what Yahweh Bashim Shah is saying. And all faces turn into paleness. Once again, why are you so mighty soldiers? G.I. Joe, gangster. I'm a gangster, nigga. Why you all suddenly bitch made? Because Yahweh Bashim Shah said it so. Arise. For that day is great, for that none is like it. And actually Yahweh Shah said perilous times, which means come on, man. Perilous times. It goes right in. I know what I'm trying to say. Perilous times. It goes into disastrous. It goes into, oh man, the word I want so bad. It's at the tip of my tongue. It just goes into all out disastrous times. Okay. Perilous means worst times than you ever seen before. All right. But it's a word that I was looking for, Salakia. Alas, for the day is great, so that none is like it. And once again, perilous times, which goes into, man, this ruthless. Okay, that's one word, ruthless. It is even the time of Jacob's trouble. You so-called African Americans, Native Americans, Hispanics, okay? Is the time of our trouble. You speckled birds that look like every nation, but your father's seed comes back to Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. You are of our family. It is the time of our trouble and the rest of the nations, but starting at our house. But he shall be saved out of it. Who is he? The 1/3 of our nation. Out of all 17 nations, the 1/3 of our nation shall be saved out of it. Not all of us, because some of us will have to die to receive that crown, to be faithful to the end. That's what Yahweh Bashim Shai demands, okay? He sent Yahweh Shai up on the crown, okay? Salakia up on the cross. He sent Yahweh Bashim Shai up on the cross. And some of our people will have to give their heads in numerous ways, be taken out of here. But if you're faithful with him, he has promised this to you, your salvation, okay? Now, I'm going to end this. I pray this has been edifying. This is another warning. This is the book of Amos, chapter 3, starting at verse 1. Hear this, the word that Yahweh Bashim Shai has spoken against you, O children of Yasharallah, against the whole family. Once again, we're a family, we're a nation, we're a seed. You can't divide that. We're not just some wannabes, some I believe, which I brought up from the land of Egypt. Yeah, that seed, that lineage, those people that he brought up at Egypt, and now we're in spiritual Egypt and scattered amongst all the nations, saying, you only have I known of all the families of the earth. It's many verses to back this up. You do your research. Therefore, I will punish you for all your iniquities, multiply sins. Can two walk together except they be agreed? Let's get that. Let's get that. NLT. Can two people walk together without agreeing on the direction? And the direction of the wicked is do wicked. Okay, holy means separate. The law, statutes, and commandments separated us against the 17 nations. There's 18 nations, and he separated his people, but 2/3 of our people did not like it. Maccabees chapter 1, chapter 1. First Maccabees chapter 1, verse 11 to 12. A little bit down explains that. Okay, here's the NIV. Do two walk together unless they have agreed to do so? And once again, you can't do so if you're doing the righteousness of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua, because he separated us through those law, statutes, and commandments. So those who agree to do different don't want to be right with Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. All right? Now, I'm going to go down to 6. Shall a trumpet be blown in the city, and the people not be afraid? Once again, that's going to be those sirens. Are you listening to the prophets, starting with our apostles, and then all dwindling down to like-minded men like me? Okay? If you're not taking the heed, you're not listening to the trumpet, but you will listen to those sounds of those sirens roaring in your ear. Shall there be evil? Shall there be evil in the city, and the Lord have not done it? He sanctioned it to happen. He agreed with it every time. Okay? Surely Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua will do nothing, but he revealeth his secrets unto the servants, his prophets, and you know who those are. Once again, those are the men sighing and crying, telling you to get your life right, telling you to repent, turn back to our Savior, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushua. Whether you hear or forbear, okay? We just trying to get the blood off our hands. Once again, this has been food shortages, plagues sent out. I pray that this was edifying. Shalom.